What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV, and this is a video response to Ticket TV's video talking about Kyrie Irving, and he was saying in his video that he thinks that Kyrie Irving should leave the Boston Celtics, and he was talking about how basically he should just acquiesce to apparently what the Boston Celtics fan base and his haters want, and I agree 100%. It seems like anybody who played with LeBron James, even if you're not his teammate, you still get criticized for shit. Now, I do believe that a leader of a team should get some blame as well as credit when the team is playing and performing well. But in this situation, I'm not understanding why Kyrie Irving seems to be getting all of the blame for their recent struggles. Excuse me. One thing that I don't understand this. The media killed Carmelo Anthony, okay? They killed Carmelo Anthony for struggling with his shot to a degree with Oklahoma City Thunder and his very brief stint with the Houston Rockets, right? I mean, his stint with the Rockets lasted, all of 10 games? And the media was killing this guy. And this is a guy who has scored, I believe, 25,000 points in his career. Multiple time All-Star Carmelo Anthony. Future Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony. A guy who, when he was traded to New York, actually gave the Knicks some promise. Okay? People were critical of Carmelo. I was critical of Carmelo. All right? But I guarantee you that Knicks fans will take those years back now, wouldn't they? They'll take the Carmelo years as opposed to what they've been seeing the last few years. But you criticize Carmelo, who's on the downside of his career. Possibly his career might be finished. But Gordon Hayward escapes criticism. Now, I understand that he suffered that ankle injury. But that was October of 2017. We're in March 2019. Remember, Paul George came back with less than 9 months. Paul George came back in less than 9 months when he suffered a similar injury. Back in 2014, I think it was, when he suffered an injury. Okay? He came back in less than 9 months. Gordon Hayward came back in close to a year. Now, people heal differently. But it's going on now a year and a half since he suffered that injury. So the injury is no longer a part of the equation anymore. He's fully healed from that. Why is he still playing like trash? Now, he did sprain his ankle. Okay, but in the 3 games that he's played, he's shooting 29% from the floor, 16% from 3, and he's giving them nothing offensively. And we know about his troubles in the defensive end. Where is the criticism for Gordon Hayward? Or does he have the complexion for the protection? And you know I always go there because it's true. I don't think I've heard really anybody get on Gordon Hayward for his subpar play for the entire season for the most part. Nobody. in the mainstream media. Ticket's done a couple of videos. I've done a couple of videos. Maybe some other people. That's about it. Brad Stevens is not a great coach. He can't seem to make up his mind about what he wants to do with the rotations. I know for a good part of the season, he was more concerned with making players happy rather than putting in the rotation that was most suitable for winning. And the media has played a large role in causing disruption with the Boston Celtics locker room. You got players who performed well last year in the absence of Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving. That can happen when you don't have a concrete scouting report for players who normally don't start, who weren't getting a lot of minutes. And it's not all that surprising that they had some success last year. We also remember that they did have that improbable, 14-game winning streak was it 18 games? They're winning a lot of, fluky games last year before Kyrie got hurt. So their record was a little bit misleading. They did make it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I kind of see that as a one-season wonder. That team, playing as a unit without Kyrie Irving, they're not going to go too far. Without Kyrie Irving, on a consistent basis, I can't see this Boston Celtic team being higher than maybe a 6th seed or something like that at the most. Okay? That's my opinion. And I got to say that Kyrie Irving has not received the respect that he deserves from the mainstream sports media. Right? This guy should be celebrated by Cleveland Cavalier fans. I know that Kyrie had a controversial exit from the Cavaliers, but this guy is mostly, I don't want to say mostly, but this guy had a great impact during his tenure with the Cavaliers, and he is mostly responsible for the one championship the Cleveland Cavaliers were able to win against a team that had the greatest record in regular season history, the 2016 Golden State Warriors. Kyrie Irving was the one who hit that cold-blooded three-pointer in the face of Stephen Curry. Yeah, LeBron James split a pair of free throws later on to pad the final margin of victory, but it was Kyrie Irving's three-pointer that won the championship. But after the championship, all you heard was LeBron and his legacy. LeBron and his legacy. LeBron won the championship. LeBron. So yeah, Kyrie should probably go ahead and give the Boston Celtics what they want. They always have been a somewhat arrogant, sports franchise and their fans. Danny Ainge, to me, is an overrated general manager. He made one great move, in my opinion, which was the acquisition of the Big Three a decade ago. Okay. If it wasn't for Kevin Garnett's leg injury, I think it was just before the playoffs, I think it was in 2009, I think they probably would have won at least another title. don't know about 2010 because I think at that point Garnett was slipping as a player, and I think that Garnett not getting the best of Gasol in that matchup in 2010 was the difference in that series, as opposed to 2 years earlier. Garnett clearly was still the better of the two in that matchup. But Danny Ainge, for the most part, has not been a great GM in my opinion. All right, Boston doesn't really appreciate a lot of their superstars outside of Larry Joe Bird.